45 seconds. Still 15 seconds, and we can kick off. 15 seconds. Little chaos. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So I appreciate you guys coming through. And what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a premise of how we're going to start this while I got the video playing. I'm going to give you a little background story, and then I'm going to get into who and what this video is about. So that's why I was going to talk a little bit, and that's why I got the video playing, so you can kind of watch that while I kind of go through the lead up to what made me, you know, put this video out or even think about putting this out. So development. We always talking about, you know, developing players and who can get the most out of players, and you know, just taking guys and getting the most out of them, teaching them, you know, just, and it's coach speak as far as getting the best out of your players, and you teach them stuff and they learn stuff from you and they get new moves and they play better and they just get better under your coaching, under your tutelage. And so that's where development comes in, that you want to get coaches on your staff that develop players. And so thinking about, you know, the Ravens, like I look at certain positions and like, are they getting developed? And so I was thinking about it. Like, and I didn't know much about Dr. Rush before he came here, but I'm looking at it and like, Dr. Rush developed players. You think about Odafe Oweh. Oweh has not given us what we wanted as a first round pick, but since Dr. Rush has gotten here, he's definitely gotten better. He's definitely developed as a player. He's gotten better moves. He looks better on tape. He's developing. Tavius Robinson developed under Dr. Rush. Dr. Rush even helped Matabike. Even Clowney and Van Noa had career years, you know, working with Dr. Rush. So Dr. Rush develops players. Also, you look at Lamar under T. Martin has developed. Lamar's game has went through the roof since changing to T. Martin as the OC. So T. Martin developing Lamar still. And I know it's a continual thing, but T's developed. I also look at the other side of the ball. Look at Brandon Stevens. Even though his DB coach is gone now, he's the defensive coordinator of Tennessee now. Brandon Stevens developed. Our secondary developed. But now, which brings me to the root of this video. This guy right here. And when I bring this next scene up, you'll see me on screen now. This guy right here. What up, everybody? This dude, Joe D. And we kind of get this guy pass all the time. Like, we never really talk about him. We never really mention him. He just kind of meanders under the blame meter, and we never really say anything about him. And I feel like I'm the only one that even brings his name up. But Joe D. Now, this is the long little bio that's on the Ravens, you know, website. You can take that and read that or whatever. But it is what it is. This is your resume builder, and you're supposed to put all this stuff in your resume to help you get the next job or help you whatever. And nothing's wrong with that. I'm not going to go through that and read that. But I just wanted to put that up there for some context in case somebody wants to pause it and read it and whatnot. But it's on the Ravens website. This is their stuff. This is not mine. This is theirs. I just want to, you know, that's basically his Ravens resume right there. So, but what I want to do is I want to see if Joe D is developing players. Now, if he has, I'm going to give him credit for it. I ain't going to, this is not a completely crap on Joe D video. This is a legit, Let's go through the years that he's been here and see, has he developed players or has he not? And then let's see what the results is, and whatever the results are, they be where they may. If he's good, hey, I'm gonna say he's good. If he's not, I'm gonna say he's not. If he's in the middle, I'm gonna say he's in the middle. This is simply it's not an investigative piece because I started it this morning, but it's just basically a fact checking to see, because by my merit, who's to say player X is good, and then I'm gonna just pick some random person by Blackula's merit say the person is bad. So that's why this is all, subjective, because I may think a person is good, Blackula may think the person is bad. So I'm gonna put the information out there, and we can agree, we can disagree, but the information is out there and we can go from there. So that's, without being said, let's do this. So Joe D's first year was also Lamar's first year with Baltimore. So he came in with Lamar. So let's take a look at what he inherited when he first got here. All right, so his first year with the Ravens, these are his starters. Ronnie Stanley, Alex Lewis was the left guard, Max Greer was the center, Marshall Yonder, and Orlando Brown Jr. I think Orlando Brown was the rookie also. So we know what Ronnie was in his second or third year, if I'm not mistaken. I got my paper right here. Yeah. Ronnie was in his second year. Alex Lewis was in his second year. Greer was in his first year. Yonder was in his 11th year. That's why Yonder got the gold mark, because he was already a Pro Bowler and he was established. And then Orlando Brown was in his rookie year. So he had all these young cats that he could mold and develop, because even his backups. Bradley Bozeman was a rookie. Illuminor was in his first year. Alex Lewis, which we already got over there, was the second year, and Screw was in the second year. So we got a bunch of young guys that he can mold and develop and turn into the bully that, Baltimore always want to have in the run game, especially with, the history of the team being bullies. So you can't give him credit for developing Yonder because he's there. Ronnie Stanley was a top pick. Some first round early picks gonna kind of be what they gonna be, even though the coach has something to do with it, but I ain't gonna give him too much credit for Ronnie Stanley. But these other guys, you got the opportunity to develop them. Let's see what he does with them in the time coming up. Let's go to his second year, see what happens. All right, in the second year, starters. Ronnie Stanley still there. He's a mainstay. Bradley Bozeman is now the left guard. Max Greer is the center. Marshall Yonder still there. So we're not giving him credit for Yonder, because Yonder is what he is. And Orlando Brown Jr. Is the right tackle. So now Bradley Bozeman has moved in at left guard. His backups are Inginger. Pat McCarry is now a rookie. Grossu, James Hurst, who we don't want to talk about very much. We know what happened at the end of this year, because this is Lamar's MVP year right here. Ben Powers and James Hurst. I don't know why I got James Hurst's name up there twice, but y'all know how I feel about James Hurst. And we know how a lot of people should feel about James Hurst with that year. So, again, Ronnie was All-Pro and Pro Bowl that year. So, again, you kind of give him a little credit for Ronnie, but not much, because when guys draft that high, they pretty much, they going to be what they going to be. You can mess them up. You can really mess them up. But as far as their growth, they're going to sin unless they get hurt or something like that. And so we can go ahead and put that out there. If Ronnie didn't tear his ankle up or whatever happened to his ankle or knees or whatever, Ronnie would have kept ascending until old age probably got. The only reason Ronnie has started the downward slope, in my opinion, is that injury. Because Ronnie was a MFD. The first two words being curse word and last word being dog. So, and we all know that. So let's go to year 3. All right, year 3. So now Orlando Brown Jr. has moved to the left side, because we know Ronnie got hurt. Bradley Bozeman is your left guard. Matt Screw is still the center. Ben Powers is now in. Then we had to bring in DJ Fluker. So this is where I started questioning the development. So I understand Ronnie got hurt, and so you moved Orlando Brown to the left side. It's understandable. Your right tackle moves to the left. Now, why was there not some kind of development in these backups that you had to go sign DJ Fluker, who was basically on his last leg? Because he wasn't a priority free agent. He wasn't like this big time name that you needed. Like, where was the development in some of these other guys? Some of these, like, where was the development in some of these backup tackles to do this? So Makari couldn't have been that right tackle at the time. I know they tried him some. Like, development. That's all I'm saying. Where's the development? That's the only question I'm throwing out there. And I know they tried. But this guy has to be put under the fire too with the other coaches. Like, when we talk about, is Harbaugh doing his job? What is this dude doing his? And I know he falls on Harbaugh's tree. But hey, he never gets mentioned when the O-line ain't doing what they need to do. He never gets mentioned. I know I ain't a Harbaugh Harbaugh savior, but I'm just saying it's enough blame to go around. His name got to be mentioned in that too, because we got to develop these O-linemen, and O-linemen got to be developed. You can't just plug them off the street because they cost too much. Good O-linemen cost too much, so you got to develop your young ones. You can't just go get a good one every time, you lose one because they cost too darn much. So you can't just, should I say this or should I not? I'm going to say it. Screw it. They can't whoop me. Had a guy work for me. He just would not coach them backups. And when the starters went down and we had to throw a backup in there, all chaos ensued. So you got to develop them backups. You got to. And they ain't got to be the greatest. The drop off is going to fall off. It's understandable. But they got to be competent and at least know what to do, and they probably don't even be 100%, but they can at least got to be 60 to 75%. Got to be. So that's what I'm saying. You got to develop your backups. You got to. Let's go to year 4. I ain't trying to keep you forever. Y'all know this is a lunch break video. I ain't got forever either. So this 4th season. So look who at the top. I ain't even make the font small enough to put his whole name up there. That's just how much I don't care about the person playing left tackle right here. Villanueva. I could have made the font small enough to put his whole name up there. Screw him. Then we got left guard Ben Powers. Bradley Bozeman moved to center. Kevin Zeitler is now here playing right guard. And now we got right tackle Pat McCarry. So now we finally got McCarry there. And then as far as the backups, Ben Cleveland, James Carpenter, TCC, Tyree Phillips. Ronnie Stanley was hurt this year too because he tried to go and didn't go. Then this year, the list of backups, I put too many more because this is the list. This top list right here. Let me say it that way. It's just too many. Too many to type on that paper. It's too many. So I just put too many more. I see Chaos say F Illinois. I think a lot of us feel the same way, Chaos. A lot of us feel the same way. But again, where was the development to put somebody up there? And I know Ronnie being hurt threw a monkey wrench in plans. I do know that. I understand that. But again, where y'all get where I'm going with this? You get where I'm going? Now, there were some names in here that were developed, and I'll mention them at the end because it ain't all bad. It's going to be 3 names that I got that I feel like he did a good job with, but I'm going to show you them at the end. But as a whole, this is going to be, this season coming up will be year 7 for Joe D. And there's only 3 names I feel like he developed properly. Only 3. All right, let's go to year 5. All right, year 5, Ronnie's back. So we got Ronnie Stanley left tackle, Ben Powers here, Tyler Linderbaum's now here, Kevin Zeitler, and now we bring in Morgan Moses. Again, we haven't developed a right tackle yet. We went and got Morgan Moses out of free agent. You can say we developed Makari and put him in, but Makari kind of plays all over the place. He's here, there, somewhere, everywhere. So you can't say we developed him. He's a spot duty. He's patchwork. He's putty, patching up holes in the wall. That's what Makari is. He ain't really been developed to go in the right tackle and play that. Because if he was, he would have been there. And we wouldn't have had to go get Morgan Moses. If he was, we'd be confident right now saying Makari is the right tackle and not wondering what we're going to do with right tackle. So he ain't been developed either. Then with backups, Ben Cleveland, Falele, TCC, Juwan James, and I put hurt beside him because I don't remember him ever being available that year. That's why I put hurt, and I meant to put a question mark beside that, but I don't remember Juwan James ever playing. I think he was hurt the entire year, I think. So y'all can correct me on that one. And then Pat McCarr, we just mentioned him. And then coming up to last year. And we know what we had last year. Last year was the year of John Simpson. Pretty much the same line. You just add Simpson in there. And again, you had guys, for some reason, Ben Cleveland can't play left side for whatever the reason is. John Simpson had that battle with Salah, and we ain't gonna hash that out no more. We know what happened there. Ronnie played, Zeitler played, but he's there no more. Your backups, Cleveland, Valele, Mustafa, Makari, and the other backups not on there because they were inactive a lot. So again, where is the development? Because you, instead of taking one of your backups that you had and putting them at left guard, you went out and got John Simpson from the Raiders. And now he's gone. That was a one year rental. You dated him for a year and now he gone. You dated him for a year, now he gone. So I don't see a lot of development. But again, I told you it was 3 people. I said that was 2. I told you it was 3 people. There were 3 people that I feel like he did develop. I feel like he developed Bradley Bozeman. Now they didn't play a whole lot, but when they got their chance to play, they played and then they went somewhere else and got money. Bradley Bozeman started at guard, moved to center, and I think he ended up going to Carolina, getting a little change. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Carolina. Orlando Brown Jr., 3rd round pick, played right tackle. Went over and had a decent season at left tackle for us. Fooled everybody in the NFL. When got checked from Kansas City to Cincinnati. I don't even know where he at now. I think he's in Cincinnati still. So he developed, I guess you could say he developed Orlando Brown Jr. and then Ben Powell. Then Ben Powell really got some role at last year, and then we got a check for him from Denver, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Denver. I can't remember who Ben Powell got a check from, but he definitely went and got a check. So I'll give him credit for developing those 3 guys. But it's 3 guys in about 6 years. And it's a boatload of names, especially in the backups. Like, is Falele going to be ready this year? Is Salah going to improve? How much better is Ben Cleveland going to be? Is Joe D developing these people, man? That's all the question I want to ponder with y'all. I took about 20 minutes out of your time. I appreciate y'all for coming through. If you have not hit that like button, please consider doing so. Share this on your socials if you will do so. We're trying to get to 9,500, which is the next goal, then to 10K. So I appreciate y'all for spending this little lunchtime with me. Like, comment, subscribe, share. If you agree with me, put it in the comment section. Even if you don't, put it in the comment section. I'm open for conversation. And I'll see y'all soon, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Draft is tomorrow. We got 8 guys that'll be here with great coverage. Check us out, man. Peace and love. We drafted over 10, and let me see the good ones. If we drafted 10, that's a good comment, Malik. Linderbaum. That's still with us. I think Linderbaum is the only one that's still with us. Malik. Because both beings gone, Bredesen and Powers. Yeah, Linderbaum might be the only one we drafted that's still with us. I didn't think to look at that. Well, Falele, that ain't playing. Falele not playing. Makari a backup. Cleveland a backup. But yeah, it's a good. I ain't think about the drafts. I should have looked at that too. I ain't think about that. We got 1 that's playing and 3 backups. Linderbaum's playing. Falele, Cleveland, and Makara backups. So yeah, appreciate you, Reggie. Appreciate you for joining us, man. Let me go get right for my lunch over with. I'll see y'all.